The inquest into the deaths of 9 unidentified victims of the Christchurch earthquake is underway. All 9 are believed to have been in the CTV building when it collapsed. New Zealand's chief coroner has so far found 5 of them died from multiple trauma. New Zealand correspondent Dominic Schwartz joins me now from Christchurch. So, Dom, what's the coroner trying to achieve today?
Well, as you mentioned, there are 9 unidentified victims out of the 181 people believed to have died in the Christchurch earthquake. There are some remains which have been recovered from the CTV building. You'll remember that was one of the worst hit buildings in the quake, but they've been unable to be identified. So forensic pathology, things like DNA profiling, dental records, fingerprinting, none of those have worked because of the condition that the remains are in. They're bone fragments, they're burnt, or they're just so small that basically they can't get a fix on who they belong to. So the coroner is hearing circumstantial evidence to try and place these 9 people in CTV and try and find out what the cause of death was.
We've never had to deal with a situation such as arose out of the events of the 22nd of February before.
And Dom, what's the coroner found so far?
Well, he's made a ruling on 5 of the 9 cases. 3 of these were 6 of those 9 victims. 3 of them were employees at CTV, Canterbury Television, and 3 of them were at King's Education. Now, this was a college which ran English language courses, so a lot of the people involved there were foreign nationals. 2 of those were students there and 1 was a director, and he's found that all of them died from multiple trauma caused by the earthquake.
And did he find that all of them died instantly in the quake?
He ruled that most of them would have died instantly or very shortly after the earthquake, but there was the case of one Filipino student who was at the King's Education School, and he said that that was a tragic case, that unfortunately it did look like she had lingered. There was a phone call that came from inside the rubble 2.5 hours after the quake. It came from a man who said he was with this particular student, that they were both well, but that Ria May, the Filipino student, had her hands trapped. Now, nothing more was heard from those people. The coroner did mention that a fire had swept through the building as well, but he said he couldn't rule as to what exactly had caused death, so he had to again rule that it was multiple trauma caused by the earthquake and the collapse.
Dominic, thank you.